morning from yet another Brazilian capital of the state. We are visiting city of Vitória, capital of the state of Espírito Santo, which is the island that you see in the distance. Where we are on this side of the water actually is where it used to be the capital of the state of Espírito Santo, Vila Velha. And now with this huge bridge, it is connected to Vitória. We are going to talk to you about everything as much as we can, but the first stop is... Hi Mariana!
Good morning!
The first stop is also this building here, which is on top of a hill. It would in English translate to, I would say, a monastery, but in Portuguese it's called Convento da Penha.
We are actually 154 meters high from the sea level, and to get here was a bit of an adventure because Google and Waze, they were like joking with us, taking us everywhere but nowhere. So, but one advice, if you're coming here, follow actually the signs in the street. The Google and Waze, they will not bring you here, like, unfortunately. Just follow the signs, and there's a lot of signs.
Yeah, I don't really know where they were planning to take us. But anyway, so we're gonna visit here, then we're gonna go around. I'm gonna just show you also what you see down there. I believe this is like a military base, if I'm not mistaken. Way in the distance, you see the port of Vitória. And what we talked about, Mariana and I, the first impression that you get when you come to the city, you see all of these hills and the big rocks that you can see also in the mountains over there in the distance, and we will fly the drone to show you all of that too. But the first impression you get is you're visiting a mini Rio de Janeiro. The nature is very similar. Of course, we will be visiting Rio in the few weeks that are coming up, but this is the impression we got, no?
Yes.
It's like you're in a mini Rio.
You have all the rocks, like
Yeah.
the mountains and rocks, like that you see very clearly in Rio. And then here it is like the same.
Exactly
like,
where we're standing
yeah.
too.
And even from before, even like the whole state, when we arrived and traveling through Espírito Santo, which is the state, from Viçosa, we were like in Viçosa, which is a city in Minas Gerais, and then traveling from there to here, we saw that everywhere we start seeing all of these big rocks everywhere, like the mountains and hills, which are like rocks. And from there we said, oh, it looks like we are actually in Rio, no?
Yeah. And we still have a little bit of climbing to go up there. And on the way up, I'm gonna talk to you about the state a little bit and the city of Vitória as well. This place, when you come here, there's a gate at the entrance. Then you can come up by car. There is actually I would say a good walk if you want to walk, but I would not suggest it for people that are elderly. It's a good like uphill walk. At the end you get here, which is the parking, if you come with your own car. You can also purchase transportation. There are vans that bring you up. It's 5 reais. Now it's 6. Oh, okay.
6, yeah.
It is 6 reais that will bring you up and then also go down. But to enter the whole complex and to visit the place, there is no entrance fee. Like you don't need to pay anything for any tickets to get in. Regarding the state of Espírito Santo, the state is actually surrounded by state of Bahia in the north, Minas Gerais in the west, which is where we were, and in the south, the state of Rio de Janeiro. In the east also, it has the coastline with the Atlantic Ocean. So even if you come with your car, then to get to the building, you still have some climbing to do. So the structure was built in the 16th century and it is one of the oldest in Brazil.
Do you guys see in the end there?
I could put my finger, I think it's here.
Yes, if you are Brazilian, you know what that means. Like, it's a chocolate factory. Actually, one of the biggest in Latin America.
Yeah, it is called Garoto.
Garoto, which is like boy.
Yeah.
Little boy. And all Brazilians know this brand.
Exactly, and actually visiting that chocolate factory is another activity that if you come here you can do. I don't think we will have the time to do it, but it's another thing you can do.
You can visit the factory. There is a museum and like a very custom-made store too, like that you can interact with all the chocolates and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, for me it would be also dangerous to go there because I would buy the whole thing. Also, this part that we are looking at again, it is Vila Velha, which is the old city. And now I think where we are, on the other side over there is Vitória. So the first room as you walk in, it's very nice. You have windows facing different directions that you can see different parts of Vila Velha actually. And then the mountain and Vitória also on the other side of the water. And let's go see inside. Also, right next to the parking, when you come here and you park your car, there is also this place which is like a viewpoint that you come, and there's a deck if you want to take pictures for Instagram. It's here. But also the good thing is from this corner you can actually see Vitória again, the bridge, and while you are on this side, which is Vila Velha. So this is our visit for this place. Let's head to the next place. We are now at this place, which apparently used to be a fort, but we are here because there is a very nice coffee shop that we have seen some pictures from the inside of the coffee shop, and it looked very promising. So we're gonna go inside. Also, where we just parked across the road is another fort, and there is another hill that after we are going to talk about it, and I'm going to fly the drone also to show you this side also of the water. There are some cargo ships parked there too. Let me see if I can go a bit closer to show you guys. So this is a second port that Vitória has. It looks like smaller than the other one that I showed you from top of the other mountain.
So this was a fort that actually was built they chose that it's very close here to the stone because it's very narrow, to protect the city of Vitória against an English sailor that was coming here. His name was Thomas Cavendish, and he was coming here to fight and take the territory. So they built this, and the strategy was that was very close to the stone, so it was very narrow and very hard to pass. If they tried to pass, like, they could just, destroy the ship.
Perfect. Yet another interesting fact from my the one Mariana Wikipedia.
This was in around 1592.
1592, end of 16th century, basically. Oh, I like what I'm seeing. Let's go up. We'll show you the place from upstairs. So on top of the stairs, you also have this gorgeous deck. I can just imagine at night how nice it's going to be. And the entrance of the coffee shop is actually right here. It's called Bistro Saudania. And ooh, there's even a cannon on the corner. That's cool. Nice. And let me see if I can go even up here to show you more. So basically this is the other side of the fortress. As you can see here, I think they can do some events and gatherings. And there's an entrance for people from this side. Cars we came in from the other side. And here you can also see this huge rock that Mariana was talking about, that actually is between this part that is land and water. Water goes in between, separates these two, and that's why they built the fort here. Now let's go and check out the coffee shop. Wow, check this out. So the setting is very nice. We are overlooking the water and that big stone over there. We ordered 2 orange juices and 2, I would say, breaded chicken. Yeah, so when the dishes come, we'll show you the dishes too. These are the dishes. We are going to have them and then continue with the tour. Quick stop for lunch. Lunch was 134 reais, 2 orange juices and 2 breaded chicken, which in Brazil they call it chicken milanesa, which has like the breaded chicken, a slice of ham and cheese on top that melts and becomes juicy. Very good. Now let's go to the next place. So after lunch we just drove a little bit further. As you can see, we are again just across the port, and we continued on this main street that goes by the water. The next place that you really want to visit is this place. It is called Palacio Anchieta, and this is currently the headquarters of the government of the state of Espírito Santo. It has been rebuilt, reconstructed, or renovated, I would say, a couple of times. At some point there was also a fire. But now, today, is the state of the building as you see. There is a tour that you can go and visit inside also, but when we arrived, I think there's an event going on, so inside, I don't think we will have time to visit, but we just wanted to show you this place also. That is one more attraction in Vitória.
It is the government building for the state government since the 18th century, and it is one of the oldest actually in Brazil. Like that is still like a building used for the government, and all the statues that you see around, they are marble statues.
So we're now going to the next place that we want to go see. Where we are, we're just passing by the Palacio Anchieta that we just talked about. I would say this is like the historic downtown area, because you walk around and you see like so many old buildings, like this one for example, the other one next to it. So we're gonna walk around, and while we are walking, I'm gonna also talk to you a little bit about the city of Vitória, give you some other information as well. Some interesting facts about Vitória. Vitória is the capital of the state of Espírito Santo, and also Vitória is one of the only three capitals of the states in Brazil that are actually islands. One of them being São Luís, that we already visited in the state of Maranhão. The second one, Vitória, and the third one would be Florianópolis, where Mariana is from. So these three capitals in Brazil are the only capitals that are actually islands.
However, Vitória and Florianópolis, they are capital of states, but they are not the biggest city in that state. So in Vitória, the biggest city is called Serra, biggest city in population. And in Santa Catarina, the biggest city is not Florianópolis, it's Joinville.
Next stop is the Metropolitan Cathedral. Now, we do know that in the state of Minas Gerais, we showed you guys too many churches. So we're just gonna very quickly show you this one, because whatever we saw in Minas Gerais, I would say 99.9% of them had the Baroque style in their design. This one has a neo-Gothic design, and that's why while we're here, we just wanted to show you very quickly the Metropolitan Cathedral, and we'll see if we can also go inside and see it quickly and then continue with the rest. As you can see, the style is really different. It doesn't have a lot of the gold that you saw in Minas Gerais in the design, and also it is much newer. It was inaugurated in 1933. The population of Vitória is around 360,000 people. However, Vitória, the metropolitan Vitória area that consists of almost 33 islands, is around 2 million people. So when you add all of the other suburbs and all the other areas, the whole population becomes 2 million.
It used to be actually around 50 islands, but they integrated a lot of islands to the main part, or even like to the island of Vitória. So that's why today we have around like 33 islands, but used to be 50 actually, not long ago.
So actually Brazilians can take some credit and say, hey, if Dubai thought of it, in Vitória we thought of it way before that.
And actually the price of square meter in Vitória is one of the most expensive in Brazil, because there is no more space for the city to expand, because it's like this collection of islands and then everything is taken already. So the square meter here, it's like very expensive. We saw the price around like 7,000 reais.
Average, and it was an older data. I think now it would be average would be around 10,000 reais
10,
per square meter.
Per square meter, yeah. So like it's one of the most expensive in Brazil, and of course because it's an island.
Yeah, that too. And also a lot of the infrastructure, new infrastructure, like the beautiful curvy bridge that connects Vila Velha to Vitória, and all the other infrastructure with the port, for example. All of these, they were actually built in the 20th century. So even though there is a lot of history, but modern infrastructure was actually added recently in like, I would say the past century. It's more recent. Another example of infrastructure that was built in the 20th century were the piers also that they added next to the water. And they say that the port of Vitória is compared to some of the best ports in the world in terms of infrastructure. And it is from this port actually that most of the export of minerals and specifically iron happens. So next we get to this square, and we wanted to go and visit this place, which is a theater, but it looks like it is closed for renovations again.
It is it's been under renovation for a long time, because we have been watching other YouTube videos and they all have the same thing here. So I believe around like 3 years it is under renovation.
Exactly. So the same way we are perpetual travelers, this is a perpetual renovation that is constantly ongoing. But when you come here, you don't really see anything getting done. But while we are here, anyway, we just wanted to show you. So the name is Teatro Carlos Gomez.
And it was inspired by the Scala Theater in Milan, in Italy.
Yes, in Milan, which is definitely in my list of other cities that we will visit in the future.
And
no, Mariana?
Across the street there is the cultural center, Cesc Gloria. Also, it's a very nice building. It needs a lot of TLC, of course.
Yes.
But the idea of the beautiful building is there. We just need to, you know, make a little...
Use your own imagination.
Yes.
All right, let's head to the next place. It's also important to mention that if you want to take a bus tour to go and visit the city with this bus, that it's even like open on top, there is this activity too. We want to go everywhere ourselves, but if you want to buy the tickets and visit the city with the bus as well, you have that option too.
So now we are at the Escadaria Maria Ortiz. One part of this history that it's very interesting is that there was this place was also used as a pelourinho, where they would bring the slaves to be whipped. So that's a very sad part of the history. But also that this is the place where, like, the Dutch, they would try to invade the city through this part of the city. And at that time, when they would come, there was a lot of women that they would stay here, since this is like the stairs that they go up, with hot water and stones and everything else that you can imagine. They would throw that on the Dutch people, so they wouldn't be able to actually invade the city, and they would go back to their boats and the ship, like they were like just here behind us, which is like where now is the port, and the water is just there. But this is also a nice part of the city and the history. And Maria Ortiz, so she was the woman that was leading the movement of throwing hot water on the people that were trying to invade the city. So that's why they named these stairs after her name, of course.
We also just came across this building, also Convento San Francisco. But this one too, it looks like it really needs a lot of TLC. It's really a pity because these buildings are really, really nice, but it looks like they're not really well taken care of. In this part of town there is also a park called Parque Moscoso that you can also come and visit. It's a nice setting and it was nearby on our way, so we just wanted to come and see it. So the people that are from Vitória, in Portuguese they call them Vitorienses. But do you know what they call the person that is from the state of Espírito Santo? If you know, leave us some comments below and we will give you the answer in our next video that we're gonna do in Vitória, because it is interesting, it's a different word and it has a lot of history behind it. But we want you guys also to guess and leave us some comments in the comment section below. So where we were this morning, as I mentioned, it was called Vila Velha, which we translate to the old village. That used to be the capital of the region when the Portuguese were living here. This is early 16th century, around 1535. Then at that time they were constantly under attack by the Dutch, by the French, and also by the natives. So what they decided to do, they decided to move to the nearby island and call it Vila Nova, which used to be called Santo Antonio. That nearby island for them was considered safer, but even in that place they still had to fight with the natives. And what happened was that they had to have a few battles. One of the battles, when they finally won, you know the word in English victory, they called the island Vitória, and that's how the name has been there since that battle, no?
Since that battle,
Yeah.
which is around 1550.
Yeah.
1550, 1551. It's when then the city was like, the name of the city became Vitória, was after that battle against the natives.
So it used to be two different cities even, but now Vila Velha is connected to Vitória, and me being a gringo, I thought now it's all the same thing. Then I had to educate myself and realize no, Vila Velha is there and Vitória is the other side.
And they are connected by bridges.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's very interesting. There is a first bridge, second bridge, and third bridge. Like primeira ponte, segunda ponte, terceira ponte. So in the next video we are gonna show you in more details the third bridge, which is very nice.
So this ends our video, the first video in Vitória. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to leave us your comments if you have been to Vitória, what you like about Vitória, and if you have any other suggestions for us, we would really appreciate it.
And watch the next one because it's gonna be all about beaches.
Oh yeah, it's coming up. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Ciao.